had to do something about it. I called up my lawyers. I said, what can I do by which I can at least make their family aware? Can I write a letter to them and have it sent across?
Kangana's family.
What if they don't know that this is happening? So my lawyer said, you write the letter. I will turn it into a notice and we'll send it to her so they also know that it is a strong one. We have to put them on the back foot. So the notice which I sent, if you read that, they're almost in my words because I'm trying to explain to them. I've also attached some emails trying to show them that your daughter has mentioned...
Where did you send this notice?
Sorry?
You sent the notice to Kangana's parents as well?
Yeah, I mean, I sent it to her, not myself, but I had it sent. I also attached some mails which described how she is talking about herself and talking about a disorder. Do the parents know about this? Is it true? Is it not true? That was my thought of trying to make them aware. Maybe the parents will be concerned and they will do something about this.
So
now, a legal notice is not a threat. A legal notice is the most civil way to tell somebody that, look, you have trampled upon me for 2 years, please stop, or I will have to go to the designated institution, the law of the land, which is built to protect me. I am not wanting to fight with you, I am just asking you to please stop. It backfired.
Backfired in what way?
My lawyers very expressly told me that a legal notice, this document, is a private one. The media cannot use it. And that is why I sent it. Maybe he was wrong, or the media did not, feel it's important to follow that rule. Or I don't even know if there's a rule. This is what I was told, and I sent the notice, and it completely backfired because that party started saying that he's calling me mad. I am not calling you mad. I don't even know you. You may be a wonderful person, but why are you doing this to me? So I got letters from parents all over the world telling me that I'm not just a small-minded, silly boyfriend, but I'm also stupid because I don't know what Asperger's is. I have not claimed that you have Asperger's. It is in an email that you have sent me, which I have made a part of that letter of mine and sent to you so that your parents would read this. Everything I did backfired. Every single thing, every single move I did backfired. It left me with no choice but to finally decide that I'm done with this. Let them judge me. I mean, what a beautiful story it would be if I could just walk my truth and see where that got me. I had to tell myself a good story. I had to tell myself an empowering story.
Hrithik, so the sum total till this point is for 2 years, and now I'm going to be straight with you, right? For 2 years, you are being foolish. And then when you are called a silly ex, that is your moment. For 2 years, you don't even completely blame her. You believe there is an imposter.
I've handled a lot.
You believe that she's going through some psychological troubles because she believes an imposter led her into a relationship with Hrithik Roshan.
I've ignored it.
But the moment you were called a silly ex, that was the moment of epiphany for you. That's when you started back calculating and saying, perhaps you were wrong in your own assessment of her.
Yes, and I was wrong. I should have been aggressive right from the beginning. And I will be now. I will be now.
What do you mean you will be?
In all my experience in my life, as I said, I'm not a confrontational person. I have to be. I have to learn that. That's also a strength. I'm not that. I shy away from it. And maybe that's my shortcoming.
I don't usually interview film stars. I'm telling you. Maybe interviewed a handful in my life. I have never encountered anybody from the film world who has ever in an interview told me that they are scared, that they are vulnerable, that they are afraid. And I'm not making any generalizations, but let me tell you one thing about people from the film world. They put on a veneer, and nobody talks about their weaknesses. because they think about the impact
That's okay.
that this acceptance of weakness will have on their
Exactly.
film personalities. A little detour, Hrithik, while we are talking now. Do you ever worry that now that Hrithik Roshan is talking openly on television, on Republic, and talking about fears, vulnerabilities, scared, having made mistakes, how to deal with it, all of this will have an impact on the superstar that you are on TV? Because, you know,
That's all right.
what about the superstar image?
That's all right.
What do you mean that's all right?
I'm first a human being, and I'm not going to be shy or apologetic of my emotions. Every single person is afraid of his vulnerability. I've learned this the hard way, and I've had to accept my vulnerability. I have had to accept that I am not that strong. Maybe I'm not that strong, and that's okay. At least I'm not pretending to be strong. Because if you're pretending to be strong, that's not strength. It's stronger to accept. It's stronger to accept that, yes, it made me cry. It's stronger to accept that it affected my well-being. It's stronger to accept that there were times that I was rendered completely helpless. I had to accept it at some point of time. Believe me, I had people who told me so very confidently that, Hrithik, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is good for you. This is good for you. You know, it's going to turn your good boy into you'll have a little bit of a bad boy image. It's good. You'll get more and more attractive. Or you're such a big star. You give relevance to this, it's going to bring you as low as this. Keep going, man. Look at you. You're a humongous star. And I kept trying to attach myself to that star to feel good in my head. But there was a difference. The human being that I was I couldn't unite the two. And I realized that I am not a star. I'm not a star. I am a human being who is an actor. I work hard, and I try and teach my kids the good things, which is why maybe I'm very uncomfortable when I'm on stage. When the first time I was on stage, my legs were shaking. I had to wear 2 pairs of pants. So this whole superstar, that's an illusion. It's an illusion. You have to look at the truth. Who am I? And what is my truth? And am I doing what I need to do to make myself, for my well-being? People go into depression because they are not able to express, because they are stars and they are afraid. So they will keep pretending, you know, that I'm cool, you know, it's all good and stuff like that. But inside, when they're alone in their home, they are depressed and they have no one to talk to. That's why you have so many cases around the world these amazing actors who have just committed suicide because they couldn't reach out, because they were afraid of looking weak. At some point of time, we all have to understand that being a superstar is bestowed. It's bestowed. It's a gift from the people. You don't have to wear it on your head and start pretending like you're the king. You're not. You're a worker, just like all of them. So I had to. It took me time. I did pretend for a long time. I did pretend. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. You know, I'm gonna do this. But eventually, I had to come into terms with the truth.
And when did you snap? Now you filed another police complaint.
No, that was not a snap. That was a well thought out window that we found because my express instructions was that this is going to be done in complete secrecy. I do not want a spectacle. I do not want the media to come to know. I need to find a window. So I couldn't do it while I was doing Kabul. I couldn't do it while her film Rangoon was releasing. So I had to find a window when everything was.
So you wanted to file a police complaint at a time when there was nothing which would be done to affect your or her film releases. I'm sorry, but that's extremely generous of you to think that your police complaint should not be timed with her film release.
It's intelligent because of my intention. My intention was not to attack. My intention was, look, what can I do? Okay, I cannot solve this. Nobody can help me. That's fine. What can I do to help myself?
Right.
I can protect myself by handing over, surrendering everything that I have to the cops for my own protection in case tomorrow something happens and I'm blamed further. If I'm blamed further, the police needs to know my entire story. So my complaint is a narrative of this entire story, the way it happened, the way it transpired, with every single detail and the emails, and I surrendered that to them. That's the best thing that I could do. And then again, I shut myself out from this. I was carrying the stigma of this disgusting man, but I shut myself from this topic and I said, I'm going to now just carry on, build better, create more, and everything's going to be okay.
In the run-up to her last film, she gave an interview to a Hindi news channel in which she went into laborious detail about her relationship with you. Did you see that interview? Have you seen that interview?
Yes, I saw one of them.
And what was your reaction to it?
Well, in the beginning, I had already, as I said, after I filed the complaint, I had shut this out from my mind, and I said that whatever happens now, I'm not going to get affected. I am going to just keep going on my path. When I saw this, I saw